Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my Doge Army. How's everybody doing today on this Tuesday? Hopefully everybody's doing wonderfully blessed and had a safe day. This is your boy Jaime G. Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's that Wild Wild West crypto land time where we talk about Doge and overall crypto market news. Guys, please never take what I say as financial advice. It's just me sharing my thoughts and opinions. Nothing more, nothing less. I know your boys ready. Are you guys ready? Well, without further ado, let's dive into the markets. All right, guys. Bitcoin is sitting at 38,753 or 77 cents. We're up 0.8%, 8.87% for the day. Not too shabby, right? Nonetheless, Bitcoin's in the green. So we already know what's going to be taking place in the overall crypto markets. You're going to see green, right? The color of dinero, and we like that, right? So things are looking pretty good, right? A lot of people are still calling for Bitcoin to drop down to the lower 30s. Some people calling for the mid 20s, right? People are saying that the winter bear market is here. Me personally, I think we're just consolidating. I think Bitcoin's going to surprise everybody, and it's going to do its thing and make some new all-time highs this year. But anyways, that's just my opinion. But like I said, as you can see, a lot of green on the top 100 here on CoinMarketCap. All right, guys, enough of that. Let's dive into Dogecoin, and we'll dive into some Doge news here in a tad bit. All right, guys, we obviously got kicked out of the top 10 for now. Briefly, we'll be back on the top 10 before you know it. We currently rank number 11. We're up 0.58% for the day. We're sitting at 0.1425. Our 24-hour low, guys, is sitting at 0.1411, and our 24-hour high, guys, is 0.1441, right? So pretty much from the lower 14s to the mid, to the mid 14 cents, right, is pretty much where we've been kind of fluctuating, right, consolidating in the last 24 hours. Now, our market cap, guys, is sitting at 18.9 billion, pretty much the same as what it was yesterday. Now, our volume has gone up a little tad bit, guys. We're at 404.79 million, as opposed to, I think it was 379, right? So we've gone up just a little tad bit, right, guys? But that's a positive thing, right? Seeing that it's going up, right? That's always a good thing. All right, guys, enough of the stats. Now let's dive into the charts, okay, guys? So obviously we're looking at the daily time frame. Now, what do we see here, guys, right? We're looking at a symmetrical triangle, right? Now, we should be coming to the, let me open this up a little tad more, to the apex of this symmetrical triangle. Let me get my, which the tip of the apex, what that means, this right here, okay, guys, for those of you that don't know. So I'm saying in about 48 hours or less, so basically in two days or less, guys, we should know on whether we are going to have a bullish breakout to the upside or a bearish breakout to the downside, right? We don't know what's going to take place, right? I will say this, we definitely need more bullish we need more bullish volume, right, to help push the price of Doge up so we can get a bullish breakout, right, which is what we want in return. Now, guys, if we were to have a breakout, right, we'll break either to the upside or to the downside, right, and it'll probably be about a 27% gain, right? Now, how did I figure that out? I'll show you right now. So let me get my measure. So what I did, right, you go from the bottom of the support line on the biggest part over here, right? So I'm going to go on this green candle right here, right? I'll show you right now. So you go from the bottom of the support line, right? Let me get my, you go from the bottom of the support to the top of the resistance trend line, right? So you go like this, okay? We'll go like this. Boom. And you run the line up to the top. What does that show? Right there. That's a 27% gain, right? So now what we do is we go to the tip here, right, of the symmetrical triangle, right? We go like this, put it like this, and then you go up, right, until you get to 27 cents or 27%, and that puts us, sorry guys, now that puts us, there we go. Now this puts us at 27%, right, at 0.184, guys, right? So that's pretty much, if we do break to the upside, we can have a pump up to about 27 pump, which would put us at about 0.184, right? Which is not too bad. Now, if we drop to the downside, right, that would put us at, I already did the measuring, right, guys? It would be at 0.103, right? Now, I don't see us dropping down to the lower 10 cents, right? I pretty much see us more going to the upside. We got a lot of positive catalysts going for us in the near and foreseeable future, guys. So I just wanted to show you this symmetrical triangle and show you that we could possibly have a breakout up to 27% to the positive, to the upside, or to the downside. I think it's more to the upside than it is to the downside. Now, in 48 hours or less, guys, we should have an answer on what we're going to do here out of this symmetrical triangle. If we're going to break to the upside or to the downside. Now, let's briefly talk about resistance and support. Okay, guys, give me a second. Okay, guys, so now let's talk about support and resistance. So we'll talk about support first, which is this blue line down below, guys. That's coming in at 0.133, 13 cents, right, guys? That is our level of support that's been holding us for quite some time now. So that continues to be our support. Now, you see this red line here in the middle, right, guys? This is the 8-day moving average. Now, as you can see, we've pretty much been straddling it, guys, for over a week now, right? As you can see here in the charts, we pretty much were above it, we're below it, we're above it, we're below it, right? This this 8-day moving average is coming in at 0.1425, right, guys? So we need to break above this first, right? Because this is kind of a challenge for us, as you can see on the chart, on the daily chart here, right, guys? We need to take this back first before we start concentrating, worrying about this 21-day exponential moving average, which is coming in at 0.153, right? I think we truly need to break above this 8-day moving average, right? Because as you can see, it's proven to be quite a bit of a challenge for us, right? To break above it and stay above it, right? So that's coming in, like I said, at 0.1425. So once we break above it and we have at least 1 to 2 day candles, green candles above it, guys, I truly believe then this will be our support, right? But it's acting as a resistance right now, right? And like I said, I'm not going to worry. I know I've been talking about the 21-day exponential moving average as resistance, but now that I see this 8-day moving average, right, guys, this is acting more of a resistance for us that we need to kind of worry about right now in the short term, right, guys? So the resistance, guys, is at 0.1425, right? And support is at 13 cents. Granted, this is just my opinion, right? But what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber talking about Dogecoin, right? All right, guys, that's pretty much what I had as far as the charts go. Now let's get into some Doge news here. I've got quite a bit to cover, so thank you if you're still with me. Now I want to get into this this one here, because this one is very important, right? And this is can act as a positive catalyst for Doge, right? Now it says Vitalik Buterin confirms he's assisting in Dogecoin proof of stake transition. Now it says the proof of stake network is becoming increasingly adopted among major cryptocurrencies, with more and more activity transitioning to it. Now it says almost every major cryptocurrency now has a plan to transition to P.O.S, according to Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin, who revealed in a recent interview with Up Only that Dogecoin also aims to transition to proof-of-stake network with community staking. Now, this is huge, guys, right? This is going to be a huge positive catalyst when it does come to tuition of staking, right? Where you can get Doge rewards for staking your Doge. This is going to be huge. Now, it says the Ethereum founder said, right, this is Vitalik, right? Now, quote, he says every major cryptocurrency except for one has an active plan to switch to proof of stake. I guess the arguments will be even easier to make once you know Ethereum is proof of stake, and once you know Dogecoin's plans are further along, and Zcash plans further along. This is Buterin referenced a proposal published on Christmas last year, which outlined a strategy to execute the Doge proposal for a community staking version of P.O.S, which would let more individuals participate in managing the Doge network. It says they recently released something that Dogecoin founder, in collaboration with Vitalik Buterin, to create community staking. It got published last year at Christmas, right? That's a part of the Doge roadmap, right, guys? That they have 8 projects that they're working on, and you know, moving Doge over to proof of stake is one of 8 projects that they have on the Doge roadmap. Now it says, furthermore, the Dogecoin Foundation stated at the time that it was working with Vitalik on crafting a proposal that would allow everyone, not just the big players, right? So in retail investors such as you and I, guys, to participate in a way that rewards them for the contribution to running the network, and at the same time gives back to the whole community through charitable causes. It's worth mentioning just because Buterin serves as an advisor to the Dogecoin Foundation alongside Billy Marcus, the co-creator of Doge, and Jared Birchall, who represents Tesla, right? CEO Elon Musk's legal and financial interests. Notably, Tesla recently made some of its merch buyable with Dogecoin. It says Finbold reported last year that Vitalik Buterin hoped Dogecoin would move to P.O.S. method with the aid of Ethereum's technology as soon as possible. He also suggested an ETH Doge bridge. Now, this is huge also, guys, right? Because this will allow NFTs to be minted on the Doge blockchain, guys. Now, that, and then we got staking, right? There's just so many positive catalyst coming up in this year and the years to come, right? So that's why you got to be diamond hands and continue to hodl and take advantage of these lower costs, right? And buy these dips and continue to accumulate while you can, while the prices are low, guys. They're not going to stay low forever, right, guys? This is huge news, right? And this just solidifies and just basically puts a stamp of approval, right? And a guaranteed stamp on it that this is going to take place. Now, we don't know exactly for sure and what date, but nonetheless, guys, this is huge. This is huge. All right, let's get into some more Doge news here, guys. Now, it says Shiba Inu and Dogecoin represents freedom, according to Arizona State Senator. Now, guys, the Arizona State Senator is trying to make Bitcoin as a legal tender. Now, this is huge. Now, will it pass? Probably not, guys. But the point that somebody in Congress, you know what I mean, is willing to do this, right, and buck the trend and say, hey, you know what I mean, I'm all for cryptocurrencies and trying to make it as a legal tender here in America. This is freaking huge. Now, it says Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, the two biggest meme coins, have penetrated American political discourse. In a tweet, Arizona State Senator Wendy Rogers claims that she doesn't understand these coins, but she does understand freedom, arguing that people should be able to buy whatever cryptocurrencies they want, right? And this is her tweet. It says, I don't understand the sheep. I don't understand the Doge, but I do understand freedom. People should be able to buy whatever digital coins they want, even if they aren't as good as Bitcoin, right? The apparent attempts to court the communities behind the two popular canine cryptocurrencies come after Rogers introduced a bill to make Bitcoin a legal tender in Arizona last week. Now, this is huge, guys, right? It just goes to show you where we're getting closer and closer to adoption, to mainstream. It's going to be here, guys, a lot sooner than you guys realize, man. I'm telling you guys, man, I'm trying to beat it in your guys' head, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much what I had, guys, as far as Dogecoin goes. Now let's dive into a little bit of some Bitcoin news. There's a lot of good news going on here, guys. Oh, here we go. There you go. Now it says U.S. Congressman will take a portion of his salary in Bitcoin. Now it says in a recent podcast interview with popular Bitcoin bull Anthony Pompliano, Representative Tom Emmer from Minnesota, right, guys, noted that he would take a portion of his salary in Bitcoin. The host asked Representative Emmer whether he would use services that converts some of his earnings into primary cryptocurrency. He says, why not? The congressman said, I think I would take advantage of it, and I think that other people would. He also indicated that a part of his motivation was to help bring Bitcoin into mainstream, right? Then he goes on to say, the idea is that we can start bringing crypto into the mainstream, whether it's by taking a portion of our salary or by allowing it to organically to spread, right? This, like I said, guys, this is huge. Now it says, moreover, Representative Emmer also believes that crypto is the natural step into evolution of the current financial system, right? And then he quote, this is him, he says, he added that legacy financial institutions can evolve if they choose with the financial system or not, right? Now, this is huge, right, guys? Now, let's dive in, because, you know, you're having more Congress people, right? I just talked about the Arizona representative, right, Wendy, talking about trying to make Bitcoin as a legal tender, right? Now you have another representative, right, in Congress talking about saying that he would possibly take it, right? And you had the new mayor of New York. He got his first paycheck in Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? This is huge. Now, look at this, guys. Now, there's services that make that even possible. Now, it says NYDIG launches services for workers to get paid in Bitcoin. It says with its Bitcoin savings plan, NYDIG joins Coinbase and Strike with a service allowing employees to auto-convert some or all of their paychecks into Bitcoin. Now, this is a major, major step for adoption and a victory at that, guys. Like if they can do this with my employers, I would definitely allocate like 5 to 10% of my weekly paychecks into Bitcoin. Now, this is positive and this is smart. This is huge, guys. Now, it says institutional Bitcoin broker, New York DIG, has launched an employee benefit program allowing workers of participating companies to convert a percentage of each Bitcoin paycheck into Bitcoin. Employees that enroll in the Bitcoin savings plan can choose what percentage of their pay they would like to auto-convert to Bitcoin, and the crypto is then held in New York DIG's cold storage systems with no transaction or storage fees. Crypto exchange Strike and Coinbase launched similar platforms last year, but those did not require an employer to sign up in order for a worker to take advantage. New York DIG's Bitcoin savings plan, on the other hand, requires employer participation. Among the roster of companies offering the services to their employees at launch are Tillman Furtado's, Houston Rockets, right, and Landry's Restaurants, MVP Bank, Bitcoin Miner, Iris Energy, and crypto data company, The Tide, right? This is huge, guys. You know what I mean? Because, like, soon there'll be companies on board, right? Right now there's not very many, right? Because this is new, but you know what I mean? As more adoption becomes more and more and it becomes more mainstream, companies are gonna start giving the option if they want to possibly make some of their money or their paychecks in Bitcoin, right? And just think about all the people that would do that, right? And how much more money would get allocated into the crypto market cap. This is huge, guys. Like I said, man, adoption's coming a lot sooner than later. Well, guys, this is what I had for you on this Tuesday afternoon. I am going to drop another video later this evening, so stay tuned. I have a lot more info. I just didn't want to run this video too super long, but I do have some more great news for Bitcoin and Dogecoin. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderfully blessed Tuesday. And until later this evening, stay tuned. Turn that notification bell to on, guys, so you can be notified when I come through with developing and breaking news. Your boy Jaime G is out. Until later this evening. Peace.